right, so are you interested in learning how to, or just following along with me? So maybe not learning how, but following along with me as I create my branding business. So today is kind of the first step. I think what I'm going to try and do today or this weekend is probably just to continue working on branding. So when I do officially have the logo, it will be included here, but for the time being there's just going to be some fun little typography up there. But during this kind of series, I'm just going to share as I kind of go along what it takes, the steps that I'm taking, the process as I work through creating this branding business. So I kind of thought what better time than now just to share. So yeah, if you want, feel free to follow along and let's get into it. All right, so today I think we're just gonna go through what we have so far. I might put myself on or just do like the screen share feature. So if I do, let's do it now. Cool. All right, so what have we done so far? So a lot of my stuff has been started in Miro, and that's just my tool of choice. So if you don't know about Miro, I'm gonna put the logo here. I can link it down below, but it's a fantastic tool. It's something that I use it in probably spend more time in Miro than I do in Figma for my job as a UX designer. So if you're interested in UX design or the tool, as a lot of things, at least in a large enterprise, that's our tool of choice. It's probably different elsewhere, but Miro is used from what I understand quite often. So you can have a free membership or a paid one. I pay for it because I find it very helpful. It's where I put a lot of my stuff. Like I said before, like I do have some resources that I've already shared that I built out on Miro. They have a community site, so feel free to go ahead and use that. But that's kind of where I started the, I guess, business research, and just where I was kind of compiling everything with my business partner. So in a frame, you can kind of see here, I mapped out a little bit of, just random, just ideas. We had some, branding ideas and what it could potentially look like kind of mapped out previously. But this is kind of what I want to go over. So we're going to change this. It's now going to be 2025 plan. And then I have this kind of mapped out. I have it broken down into the year, into, in 6 months, what would be nice to have, in, each quarter, what would be nice to have. So that's kind of what I'm going to end up doing for this one. So actually, I'm going to pause. I'm going to recreate this. And so you can kind of see, and we can just kind of walk through what that looks like. So I'm going to copy that. So what I have on here is this is kind of where I'm going to be mapping out the plan for the year. So my goal is to, in the next 6 months, realistically have some tangible goals to kind of work towards. And then also I'll break it down into quarterly goals as well, as you can kind of see here. Okay, so let's start with our 2025 plan. So in 1 year, what do I want to have? So in 1 year, I think number one is let's go with business branding. Next, I want to have probably our our selling plan. So like, there's another word for this, but let's put offers. We'll have offers. Next, what do we want to have? I want to have our are going to transact. And then I also need to have a branding case study slash offer one. All right, so in 1 year we have our business branding, what offers we want to have, the website, and how we want to transact, so maybe just like the process. And then we also want to have a branding case study or offer one kind of mapped out. After that, let's get into in 1 year, what do we want to have for the business branding? So we want to have the logo. So now I'm breaking it down into very specific things. So then that way we can pull these into, you know, is this a 6-month goal? Are these things that I can do, you know, within one specific quarter? Or is this like, what aspect of this can I do potentially in, you know, in the future or later on in the year? Does it have to happen now, basically? So logo, let's go with our, website mock. We need our type. We need illustrations, at least look, or styling. We need photography. Let's see, we need content style. So when I say content style, I'm just talking about, you know, I'm not going to write out everything, but like, how are we going to show up? Is it friendly? Is it slightly funny? Like, what type of vibe are we going to try and give that? Because that not only is a or basically everything. So, and I have to, and I'll argue that your content design is equally, if not more important than physically what you are showing. So it is a very, very important aspect. So we're going to have content and style there. What else do we want to have? We probably just want to have our, because our main thing here is probably, let's go with digital, I guess, social plan. We definitely want to be on, let's see, business branding. And then we need probably all of the other, I guess social plan, that's fine. I feel like logo, website, or type, or illustrations, there's more that's going to come. Okay, offers. Do you have our offers? What do we need to have? We need to have an understanding of our pricing breakdown. We also need to have our tiers. So we want to have 1, 2, 3 tiers. And then we also want to have digital resources, and then potentially, so digital resources are going to be, this could be video, or let's go video, or download. What else? Pricing breakdown, that, I guess, assets in each, assets in each tier, and then probably our and then we need legal in there as well. Okay, so let's move on to website and transact kind of process. So website, we need our website host. I need to buy our website URL. We also need to build out website from mock. And then sales flow. We also need to know how we're transacting. Transaction. Ooh, actually, over here we need to get the LLC set up. We need to get the oh, I guess that's not branding. I guess just overall, let's put it in with business. Let's just put this as business / website transaction. Let's do LLC. We need financial plan. Ooh, spelling. Okay, we'll come back to that. Branding case study and offer one. So our branding case study, we need assets. We need assets in each tier. We also need to, we need a case study template maybe. And then we also need a final case study. Actually with this, we also want to figure out, how are we connecting, growing? So I think what we're thinking about is Substack, and then we'll do YouTube, and then we will do IG. Okay, then we got a final case study. What else? Final case study, and then we need pricing. Actually, let's go back over to pricing. I don't think, oh, I did pricing breakdown. Let's see, final case study, and then we need, we'll come back. Okay, so we've got what I feel like we need at least to kind of get started. And then, okay, so now we've got, as you can see, in 1 year, we'll have this. Actually, let's do one more thing as a over a live site selling at least one product and digital asset. Why can't I spell that? For sale. Okay, so by then, so in 6 months we will have, let's pull this out. So in 6 months, let's do, I think our number one thing is probably gonna get our LLC. So I'm gonna move this down here. Let's change this guy to a white because we moved it down. We probably need to have our website URL. We're gonna do that right away. Website. I feel like that's a good one to have in 6 months. Even if we're not selling anything yet, at least it's built out and ready to go. Content design, transaction, definitely sales flow. I feel like that's going to be a good one to have. Even if we're not transacting yet, at least we know kind of how we're doing it. We definitely need our logo. We need a website mock. We need our type, so we can pull this out. Illustrations, we need that. Photography, I think we can do that in 6 months. Content style for sure. I guess all of our branding here, digital social plan. Okay, we're gonna mark all of those as 6 months. These need to be white. Okay, and then our offers, pricing breakdown. Yes, we need our pricing breakdown. Digital resources, video download. We definitely need the, maybe we'll figure out legal. I think pricing breakdown is good enough for now. And then we've got branding case study or offer number 1. We definitely need assets for that guy. We need assets in each tier. Case study template, I think, and final case study. So now that we have kind of 6 months breakdown of what it is that we think that we want to have, let's break it down. Let's have branding finalized. And for our offers, let's do business website-y stuff. So we've got, what color is that? Green, and then we also have the purple. Okay, so main goals in January, disregard that, but it's gonna copy that over. So our main goals in January, I think, are gonna be branding, probably logo. Let's do logo in January. Type in January. And let's go with website mock. Actually, let's go logo, type, and just like our mood board. And then let's do our brand guidelines. Okay, so now we have our top things. So what do we want to, I think number 1, all right, so let's move this over. Color palette is our main goals. I know these are ones from before. Actually, let me lock this guy. We definitely want logo, that's our main goal, and then we also want some pattern ideas. And then let's make this green. All right, so main goals here is going to be, let's put nice to haves, not Nick. Okay, so our main goals are color palette, logo, and pattern ideas. And then I think let's put brand guidelines as a nice to have. Then our top one for February will be brand guidelines if we haven't gotten there. So ideally in January, we will have our color palette, our logo, pattern ideas, mood board, and brand guidelines here. Mood board is going to go across these guys. Let's do, mood board is kind of secondary because we're going to do that anyways. So our brand guidelines, and then our main goal, because we have it in as nice to have, we're going to have that as being our main goal for February as an over kind of thing. Then let's have all of our brand elements, finalized list of yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so brand guidelines, and then we also want to have for businessy stuff. Oh, actually, let's get this done over here. Let's buy URL. Let's buy our URL. Okay, so that's happening. businessy stuff. Ooh, actually. And then we also want to have the LLC. Let's put LLC as a nice to have in January. Platform. And then as our businessy goal, and then for design, let's do website. Design. And then as a businessy stuff, we gotta buy social handles. We gotta move this over in case that doesn't happen. And then let's do social handles as well in February. Yes. And then finalize list of what base package or items. Pricing breakdown. Yeah, let's put that as February. Yeah. All right, so now we've got everything for January and February. Let's move into March. This guy is done. Nice to haves. Let's put this in a main goal in March for sure. Yeah, or one pager. Actually, let's do a how to use. This will be a digital asset to use brand guidelines. Let's put that in. Is that in our digital resources and offers? So let's put that in offers then. Okay, and actually let's turn this green because we are going to design that. And then our branding word feelings. Did we put that in content style? Brand guidelines. Let's delete that for now. Okay, so right now in March we have digital assets. We've got case study template. Let's do that for March. Okay, so case study template. We're gonna put that in yellow. And then, so assets in each tier, case study, final case study. So I think nice to have would be no, we probably won't have a case study by March. Potentially. I think nice would be starting. Case study 1. Let's put that in. Actually, no, that is in yellow. Cool. All right, so in Q1 of 2025, we have gone through and figured out what aspects we're going to be able to get done to be able to get us into kind of motion with this goal. So I'm super excited. All right, so we have everything that we need to kind of get started on getting this big goal kind of broken down into something that feels manageable. So as we're looking at this, we have the Q1 of 2025 planned out. So January, February, and March. And so in the next video, we're gonna kind of go start going through and checking out what's on the deck for January. So we've got, we're going to be working on the logo, color palette, pattern ideas. I'm going to be buying the website URL, and then potentially some brand guidelines, and then getting that LLC started. So that was the process of utilizing Miro to kind of map through what it looks like for quarterly plans for getting this business up and going. So if you found any of that helpful, feel free to give me a like. That way I can understand if people are interested in this and I can make more. But I'm going to be sharing, you know, in particular things that you're interested in, feel free to give me a comment down below, and I can hopefully direct some of that and share some of that as well as I work through it. So thanks for joining, and I will see you in a week.